I'm Sarah Starr, and this is your space weather forecast for the day. Major X-class flare, major aurora. This is what is going to be seen tonight, guys. But hold on, let's talk about the sun just for a second. So we're not going to look at 3534. We're not going to look at 3531 over here. We are going to keep our eye out on 3536. This is the new region, 3537. Still kind of stable, but this is the big player. We are going to see a lot of activity from this region. It gave us that large X-class flare, and I don't remember if you guys know, but this region used to be numbered 3514, and it gave us the other X-class flare earlier. And here it is coming back around. Already gave us an X-class flare. Let's take a closer look. So like I said, this region was 3514. That gave us an X2.8 flare in December. It has came right back around and gave us an X5. And look at the percentage. We still have a 20% chance of having another X-class flare, specifically right here in this region. There are a lot of pockets that have many possibilities, and that's why we have such a high chance of having more C-class and M-class. Now, this region is now in beta, delta, and gamma range, so its magnification is really complex right now. If you notice, the size went up dramatically. The number of sunspots, we have multiple of them. And we have a higher proton level, so we can definitely slip into those solar radiation storms pretty easily right now. Now, we are expected to slip into some R1 and R2 radio blackout storms. There is a chance of having more X-class flares and a chance of having an R3, which is a strong radio blackout, specifically because of this region. And here are the flares today. Now, yesterday it said an unnumbered region gave us that M4 flare. It turns out that it was 3536, and that's the same region that gave us the X-class flare. And as you can see, it is still producing quite a bit of light. Now, like I said yesterday, we are expected to hit some geomagnetic storm levels. Now, this is a partial halo CME. It is not a full halo CME. It was basically off of the far northeastern limb of the sun that most of this bulk is going to be behind the Earth orbit. But we are expected to see a lot of velocity today. We are expected to feel a lot of pressure as well. So yes, you will be feeling the effects of this, even though it is not a direct blow. This is going to be a glancing sideline effect. But we are looking at some active geomagnetic storm levels today. This is going to be the shock arrival because that CME was so fast. It is going to hit us later in the afternoon today. So yet again, our solar winds are going to be picking up. They are going to penetrate the magnetic field, and we are going to get a beautiful aurora tonight. And yet again, these are the regions that you may be able to see these northern lights. They are supposed to be more of a weak enhancement. However, this is the modeled analysis of maybe a stronger one, but yet again, we're just going to be in those G1 geomagnetic storm levels. It is not expected to go into G2 levels. Let's look at our coronal hole. Oh wait, there is none. So yet again, our solar winds are going to pick up speed, but not because of our coronal hole, because it has dissipated. We will probably see a little bit of influence from the remaining bulk of the coronal hole, and that's going to help push this in a little further, but it's not too prominent, obviously, because there is none anymore. And currently, our density is very, very low, so you might feel a little lighter today. However, you're going to be completely out of it. And currently, our solar winds are around 400 kilometers per second. Yet again, they are expected to rise today to reach those G1 geomagnetic storm levels. We are at a KP2 right now. We are expected to hit a KP5. And once more, we are going to be steadily climbing into those solar radiation 1 storms because of that X-class flare and the amount of protons that it has. And you can see it is slightly rising. So if we do exceed this threshold right here, we will be expected to hit those minor solar radiation storm levels. And this is going to be from the 2nd until the 4th of January. So with higher proton levels, you're expected to have some itchier skin, some blurry eyes, blurry vision, dry eyes, those types of things, and a lot of joint pain, so be aware. And just pointing out again, another earthquake, and this isn't just the first one today. We had several today, several yesterday, and when solar activity reaches high levels, this is going to continuously happen, and they will have devastating effects. And look at our Schumann. Wow, quite a bit of light. Still a lot of collective purging and bouncing around those timelines, itty bitty timelines. This is gonna have you feeling a little disconnected and a little spacey today. Just an overall feeling of just being off. Today is a day to take it slow, especially in the later afternoon when we have the shock arrival of the X-class flare. So this is gonna have you feeling through some weird energies today, but allow yourself to gracefully go through them. So just slowly acclimate into the newer high vibrational energy that is here and incoming later today, because this is going to help you raise your vibration and match where you need to be specifically on all of these timelines. But remember, it's going to take time. Self-care today, guys. So we have our moon in Virgo for the majority of the day. And then it's going to switch into Libra energy later today. So that's going to allow a small break, kind of like to help you reset. Today we want to focus on those smaller tasks because we don't want to tackle anything big. We want to get other things out of the way before we jump into something new. However, you're going to be distracted and easily frustrated, especially with higher energies coming in. And you may feel a little bit of stress, and you may feel like you're a little under pressure, like there's a deadline coming up and you're rushing and rushing to quickly get things done. But hold on a second, because we have Pluto and the moon, and they are teaming up together, and it's going to help bring a lot of your focus back from that other energy, and it's going to provide you with that energy. So it's going to help you be able to realize and strategically plan maybe those future goals. But remember to take a break. Today is a good day to rest, especially later in the evening. So the Ascension symptoms that you're going to feel today, you're going to feel exhausted. There's a lot of energy that's in play right now. A lot of planetary alignments are switching up right now. And with the incoming shock, we are going to feel a lot of those heart palpitations. You are going to feel a lot of anxiety and almost like the sweaty feeling because you're just like vibrating so high. You'll feel a little disorientation. You're gonna yet again feel that joint pain, those blurry eyes, that itchy skin. There may be a lot of sinus pressure, specifically right here and enclosing around here. You may feel like a pulsing activation in your third eye and your crown kind of lift up. But yet again, these symptoms are kind of pointing out those chakra areas that need cleared out for you. Those are blockages, and you're feeling these effects in those specific areas, not only because you're upgrading it, because you need to clear that shit out. So think about where you're feeling these effects and what those chakra points where those effects are happening, what you can do to help lessen the blow. What can you extract from yourself that you no longer need in those areas? And remember, keep grounding, especially today. We have a shock arrival today, and we have energy that is coming in through the Schumann today. We have timeline jumps today. You need to ground yourself. You need to take maybe an Epsom salt bath if you haven't already. Those really help detox and clean out your system. Also, magnesium really helps your body. Sitting in a meditation, doing sound frequency, something to get that energy moving. It's too stagnant right now. And if it's stagnant and there's more energy piling on top of you, you're just not going to be able to handle it. So are you experiencing any of these things that I have said? Remember, we want to lessen the blow of these energy waves. They are helping you step into your quantum self, but you really need to help the process along and be graceful with yourself as well. Give yourself time to process and acclimate this new energy. I'm Sarah Starr, and this is your space weather forecast for the day. Love ya.